Kasare is standing by. Nana, what do you have for us today?
Well, it's Portia. This afternoon on Business, the Bank of Ghana says that from July 2, no more withdrawals above 10,000 cedis over counter. It means that if you give me a check to withdraw 10,000 cedis and over at the counter, it would not be allowed. Reasons why: they're trying to stop fraud in the system as well as pumping of more cash in terms of using other avenues when it comes to money transaction. We will look more into detail, be speaking to analysts on what they think the implications are, and also what is the GIPC bill going to do for Ghanaian businesses and individuals. The detail right here on Business. I'm Nani Kasare. And starting with this afternoon, the GIPC bill, which is already before Parliament. Retail traders want Parliament to fast-track the GIPC bill that is currently before the House into law. The Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Paddy, told the news team this will propel the country into an economic buoyancy. Godfrey Tanam has this report. The revised GIPC bill partly seeks to empower Ghanaian-owned businesses whilst restricting foreigners into the retail sector. Capital equity has now been increased from $300,000 to $1 million. It will also enable government to respond to the growing drive of unemployment and create opportunities for its citizens. The Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Paddy, believes that if the bill is passed into law, it will go a long way to help Ghanaian businesses grow.
I'm seeing a lot of local content in this particular law, and as much as possible, Ghanaians will be players in this local content. Unlike those days when there's no local content, even the investor comes, he's importing water. The water he will drink, he import into the country. He stressed that Ghanaian businesses are currently facing difficulties in competing with their foreign counterparts, and this is crippling the sector. Most of the economic power is moving to the hands of foreigners. So what do we do to catch up this gap? And that's why I think the government, in its own wisdom, decided to bring this local content, where as an investor you need to partner a Ghanaian, one, and then two, if you are a good investor, you are coming to invest in Ghana, you should be able to hold that amount of money. The Public Relations Officer pointed out that foreigners who are protesting against some sections of the bill are doing that for their own interest. He said the law will not scare away foreign investors as it is being speculated. This will rather promote investors. Because when investors come, all that they want to do is that they're looking for a good policy to protect them. So if the policy and the laws are there, so before he comes, he knows what Ghana stands for. If you are a true investor, $1 million should not scare you away. And talking about the Ghana city, the Bank of Ghana is seeking to adopt an electronic payment system to reduce physical monetary circulation. Minister of Finance said Tekpe believes the move would enhance efficiency and convenience in monetary dealings and also cut down transaction costs.
The Bank of Ghana, as part of reforms, is seeking to cut down monetary circulation and enhance convenience by adopting an electronic-based transaction system in the country. The central bank foresees a cashless economy where the use of mobile and internet banking would dominate the national payment policy. A stakeholders conference is underway in Accra. Experts in technology and payment systems are deliberating on how to embrace the new payment structure. Governor of the Bank of Ghana explained the rationale.
To enable the orderly and continued development of the payment system, it has become imperative to draw up a new framework. In this regard, Bank of Ghana will promote the development of a framework that will offer a suite of payment and settlement products, streams and services to meet the various needs of the public.
The managing director of Standard Chartered Bank, Kweku Beduado, said this would make a key milestone in the banking sector, but warned against anti-money laundering.
Even as we see mobile banking, internet banking emerge and begin to influence the payment systems for which we are gathered here, we also need to be mindful of the risks that we are opened up to. Anti-money laundering terrorism financing are factors that we always need to be vigilant of.
The Minister of Finance, Seth Tekpe, believes these reforms would promote efficiency in the payment structure.
Electronic payments bolster the effectiveness of fiscal operations through efficient receipts and payments, security of government transactions, elimination of wastes and leakages, and a strong transactions audit trail. It also provides comprehensive electronic data warehouses of fiscal operations, essential inputs for budget preparation and monitoring fiscal performance.
Well, let's still stay on money transactions. And earlier, I was talking about you signing a check of about, let's say, 15,000 to a third party to withdraw. Well, this would be stopped from July 2. Individuals and businesses will from next month be limited on the amounts they can withdraw with checks given to them to clear over the counter. The Bank of Ghana has directed commercial banks not to honor checks exceeding 10,000 Ghana cedis over the counter. And this directive, as I said, takes effect from July 2. The regulator is rather asking the banks to pay these monies into the accounts of such bank customers. Looking at the implications this afternoon, we're being joined via phone, John Gachi, financial analyst. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on Midday Live.
Good afternoon.
Now, John, tell us what will be the implications, especially talking about third-party withdrawals.
Can you come out to your question again?
Well,
please?
I'm asking you, what do you think the implications will be, not being able to withdraw over 10,000 cedis, especially for third-party withdrawers?
Well, I think the implication is very wide. What it means is that third parties or people who transact business with others should learn delay payment for the work that they have done to people. That is not the situation in the country right now. Many people work for others, expecting that money will be paid instantaneously or immediately or within a day. What it now means is that if you are going to concentrate mostly on payment by check within a certain limit, then it means there will be delay in payment and there will be delay in honoring some transactions. That will be the basic challenge that we will have in the economy. But I do not think that we should look at this negative aspect so much, because there is wider positive implication for the move, especially in trying to control the cost that is associated with handling especially paper money by the central bank and the commercial banks in the country. It's also going to set the pace for increased activity within the cashless economy agenda for the country. So these are the wider implications that I believe we should concentrate on.
Okay, and how will all these impact when it comes to issues of transactions, both negatively and positively?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, it's going to reduce the cost of managing or handling cash, especially by the central bank and commercial banks, with respect to especially paper money. There's much cost incurred by these entities in managing that, so that is going to control that. Then it's going to force the use of electronic payment system in the country. The kind of electronic payment system we have right now, ATM especially, even that does not help in reducing or maintaining a certain level of cash flow in the system.
But would it be effective, the electronic payment systems, in terms of education, more education being pushed? How effective would it be?
Well, I think the education in the country is very poor. These electronic payment systems are being managed by individual entities who are taking advantage of the opportunity that they create. We are here to see a national approach, especially from the Bank of Ghana, spearheading a situation where we want to ensure an effective implementation of a cashless economy by use of electronic payment systems that will enhance efficiency in the financial system. That we have not seen yet. We have not yet considered the rural economy, which is very remote in terms of the use of ICT in transactions in the country. So we have not yet engaged in effective education to embrace all these people into the fold. But I believe that we cannot wait until we are able to conduct effective effective education across the country before we start. There are some sections of the economy who are actually ready for the takeoff of the cashless economy, and some are actually engaged in it already. So we need to encourage those one while we put up alternative strategy to draw in those who are not yet in it currently. I think that is what we are doing, and I believe this directive is one of the steps forward to ensure that we encourage electronic banking system, payment system in the country.
Why? Thank you so much, John Gachi, financial analyst, for your contribution to this particular issue, where individuals and businesses will from next month be limited on the amounts they can withdraw with checks given to them to clear over the counter. That is checks exceeding 10,000 cedis. And talking about money, let's just wrap up on business this afternoon with what the commodity, that is the forex markets, looking like. Yesterday we had the dollar trading at 2 Ghana cedis for its buying price and its selling price as well, 2 Ghana cedis. But we see the cedi bouncing back a little change from 1 cedi 98 pesos. Yesterday we had it trading at 2 Ghana cedis for the buying price, and it has also changed for the selling price, 1 Ghana cedi 98 pesos. Quickly touching up with the euro wrapping up on business, and 3 Ghana cedis 10 pesos is what you go gets it from the banks. That is the interbank rate, and 3 Ghana cedis 10 pesos with slight changes at the back. As I always say, the value is the same: 3 cedis 10 pesos, 3 cedis 10 pesos for the pound. We would look at other trading currencies later tonight on business, but that'll be it for business now. My name is Naneku Asare.